why I wanted to save a little bit of this wine is there's a very controversial method of decanting, which is called hyperdecanting. And this, my friends, is where you use a blender to decant. This method was invented by Nathan Myhrvold, the author of Modernist Cuisine. It is his modern approach of decanting wine. So I have my handy blender right here. And this is what it looks like. You're just going to empty the bottle into your blender. And yes, this is just our kitchen blender. Of course, I cleaned it very well. But you're just going to pop it on the base here. And I hope this doesn't explode. But anyway, you're going to go ahead, make sure that it's not tight. And you're just going to blend it at high speed for about 30 seconds. Don't be alarmed. I am not harming the wine in any way. So, and you'll see it gets a nice big frothy head on it. So you're going to take a minute, let that hang out. And once the head goes down, I'm going to try that wine and see if I notice a big difference. But again, it just speeds things up. Instead of letting the wine hang out for longer, this kind of expedites it. So you kind of get maybe an hour or two of decanting in 30 seconds. So it's fun and it does work. I've tried wines like this before and it does work. I would caution you, however, see how fast that went away? I would caution you, however, never hyperdecant an old bottle of wine. Never. Older wines are more fragile. This method of decanting should only be used for youthful wines. So that's an important thing to remember, and we'll get into even why that's important in a little bit. So any questions so far while we wait? Actually, any questions while I go ahead? I'm going to pour myself a glass of our hyperdecanted Cabernet Sauvignon. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and pour myself. Get back on there. All right, so now we have our hyperdecanted wine. Again, the color looks the same. It's not. Yep. Again, very, very aromatic. Definitely more aromatic than the first undecanted wine. I'd say it's probably pretty comparable on the nose to the decanted wine in the decanter, but let me go ahead and taste it. Wow. Yes, I would say there is even a bigger difference on the palate than with just decanting in the decanter. I'd say everything is even more integrated and awesome. And yeah, man, that's fabulous. Yeah, again, the tannins are softer. It's like the tannin and the acid and the fruit have come together so beautifully. They're more cohesive. It's softer. It's more pleasurable. Like you immediately want to go back for another sip rather than, for instance, in the undecanted version where, you want to wait a minute for the tannins to kind of subside. This one I immediately want to kind of go back to because it's so delicious. And on the finish, those beautiful notes of leather and mocha. Oh, that is just a beautiful wine. A little hint of cassis. And again, that pomegranate. Just, wow, what a beautiful, beautiful wine from winemaker Laura Diaz Munoz.